So I've been searching for a coach for some time, but I had come across so many coaches that specifically worked with people who were like in corporate environments and like had very sort of cut and dry, straightforward career paths. And it was harder for me to find um, someone like you who had worked with creatives before, but also had a strong understanding of like organizational culture and how that can affect people. I kind of want someone to be like, kind of cut to it and be very straightforward. And you were like that, and I appreciated that. Um, the first time that we met, I was like, okay, I was like, she's cool. And the second session, I have to go back and check my notes to see, but you really identified something that was so below the surface for me that I hadn't even noticed it. And when you explained it, it lined up perfectly with my working experience at that point. Um, and then at that point, after our second conversation, it was pretty undeniable to me that we should work together. The main difference between working with you and like what I was seeing when I was searching online for coaches more recently was that yeah, I felt like I could see that you had the experience of working with people who are like trying to navigate their career as they're building the path. There's a flexibility in your approach. I think that there's a lot of people out there who are wanting to do creative work. And so they need to have a coach who's going to um, like help them find the creative within. That was not what I was looking for. I was already doing creative work. What I needed was somebody to help me um, get past some of like my own tactical, strategic, and emotional blocks to be able to run a better business with myself as the employee. And but I felt like a lot of times the approaches and coaching that I was seeing were very separate. They were very like, find your bliss, find your creativity, or this is how I can help you manage your manager. And both of those things are important, but it's rare that you can find them together. And I felt like with you, I found them together. Wow. I mean, a lot of things have changed. I've gained a lot more. On one hand, I've gained more clarity about what it is that I want. I've definitely gained more clarity around what it is that I bring to the table and like what I contribute um, as an individual, what other people get out of working with me. Also, just like what I'm interested in has begun to become more clear, um, and just how to evaluate opportunities as they come. In the past year alone, like I've been able to do a lot of work that I'm really interested in. I've met people that I never imagined that I would know, and like gained a lot of confidence in connecting with people that I think maybe previously made me feel more intimidated or nervous. Um, I also have like accepted a lot of jobs and opportunities that are things that like I really always would have wanted to do, and that really kind of are just incredible opportunities. And I've been able to accept them with confidence, like accept them understanding that I know what I'm doing. Like recently I worked on a portion of an episode of this very popular radio show in the United States called This American Life. They were working on this episode. I was asked to be a part of it by a friend, and it was a very sensitive topic. This woman's grandmother had been killed in a racially motivated, racist, like mass shooting in the United States. And I had all these other stressors, but I wasn't stressed when it came to embracing this opportunity because I knew that my skill set perfectly aligned with what was needed to do this quickly and to turn it around and have it be good. It was actually a joy for me to work on. It felt like a privilege and an honor, like because I wasn't so caught up in my own stuff, my own worthiness around the opportunity. I was able to focus on this person who was being very generous with me and sharing something painful and personal. Yeah, it totally changed the way that I approached that opportunity. I was able to approach the entire thing with a confidence that I hadn't yet uncovered before we had begun working together. I think that as a coach, you have helped me to develop and recognized the space where intuition meets boundaries. And I think that speaks to self-reliance and self-trust. And that those 6 sessions were completely transformative in the most positive ways. And ultimately, I came away from that with just a lot, like a huge increase in self reliance.